Okay, in today's lesson we are going to start with the trigonometry, and in trigonometry what we are going to do is radians. So in this one, radians are basically a unit to measure angles. So in this one, you already know how to measure an angle in degrees. So I'm going to tell you how you are going to convert radians into degrees and degrees into radians. So let's say you have an angle 30 degrees. Okay, and you have to convert this 30 degrees into radians. So what you are going to do is you are going to times it by 30 times pi over 180. So that means this one is going to be 30 pi over 180. Simplify this one and that is going to give you pi over 6. Okay. Now the next one is if they give you a radian and how you are going to convert it into the degrees. So let's say you have pi over 5 times 180 divided by pi. So this pi and this pi you can cancel out. This is 1 and this is 36. This is going to be 36 degrees. Now you can do two questions, one for the degrees and one for the radians. So you can do how you're going to convert 40 degrees and how you are going to convert pi over 3. Okay, the next thing after this one is a unit circle. So let's draw a circle first. So in this one, a difference between a unit circle and also the other circles are, in the unit circle, the radius is always going to be 1. And in the other circles, the radius can be anything. So in this one, it is going to be 1. Okay. Now all you know about the Cartesian plane. So let's make a Cartesian plane quickly. So in this one, our Cartesian plane has some x values and some y values. Okay. So now I'm going to draw a unit circle on this one. Like this. And in this one, this is a radius. I already told you the radius of a unit circle is 1, so that's going to be 1. This is a point P. Let's join the lines over here. This one is your y and this one is your x. Now in this one, let's say y is equals to sine theta, x is equals to cos theta. So this is angle theta and this is 90 degrees. So in this one, you know that tan theta is equals to opposite over adjacent. So you can write that tan theta is equals to opposite is y over x. And I already told you this one is sine theta over cos theta. Okay, now I'm going to show you how you are going to divide this one, this Cartesian plane into 4 quadrants according to sine, cos and tan. Okay. Let me draw another plane over here. Okay. So I'm going to write both into the degrees and also into the radians. So in this one, it is you are going to start from 0 and 360, and 0 is 0 in the radians, and this one it is 2 pi. This one is 90 or pi over 2. This one is 180 or pi. This one is 270 and 3 pi over 2. Okay, so I'm sure you have already learned about exact value tables. Exact value tables are always between 0 and 90 angles, and they all are going to be positive. Okay, so that's why between all of these, in this one, sine, cos, and tan are positive. You can write this one as all positive. And this is your first quadrant. Okay, in the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, you know this one is x on this side. It has negative side of the x-axis. So we have said that x is cos theta. So that means cos is negative. When cos is negative over here, and then there is sine. Sine was y. This is y and sine is y. And in this one, in the above the x-axis, sine is positive. So that means sine is positive in here. Now I have already told you that tan is a ratio between sine and cos, right? So in this one, if you're going to divide a sine and cos, that is going to give you a negative, because one is positive, one is negative. So this one is tan is negative. Okay. Now for the third quadrant. Now for the third quadrant, in this one, x is negative, so that means cos is negative. Because cos is negative, so that is tan is going to, let's see if tan is going to be negative or positive, because we have to see if sine is negative or positive in this one. So in this one, this is y-axis. In this one, y-axis below the x-axis is negative, so that means sine is negative. So that means tan is going to be positive, because when you're going to divide a negative with a negative, that turns into positive. Okay? And then there is fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, only cos is positive, and sine and tan are both negative. There is a shorter way to remember this one. So let's say in this one, it is so in this one all are positive. In this one only sine is positive. This one is t is positive, and this one is cos is positive. T means 10. So you can remember as cos. This one is also called cos diagram. Fourth, first, second, and third quadrant. This is cos diagram. Okay. Now in this one you have done trigonometric graphs. In trigonometric graphs, basically all the angles are between 0 to 360 when it completes one rotation. Okay. So how you are going to see those values, if it is going to be positive, if it is going to be negative, if you are not allowed to use a calculator. So let me write another Cartesian plane. Let's draw another Cartesian plane. Let's see over here. So this one. So I'm going to write the same thing again over here. In this one, it is going to be 0 and 360. This is going to be 2 pi. This is going to be 90 and pi over 2. This one is going to be 180 and pi. This one is going to be 270 and 3 pi over 2. So And this one, this is an acute angle, so between 0 and 90, that's an acute angle. You are not going to do anything about it. So this is going to be just theta. Okay. And this one, it is bigger than 90 and less than 180. So that means you are going to do is 180 minus theta. Why we are doing only minus theta? Because in this one, we only know the exact value between 0 and 90. I'll show you some examples and you will understand. So in this one, this is 180 plus theta, and this one is 360 and minus. Let me write it into the radians. So this is pi minus theta, this is pi plus theta, and this is 2 pi minus. Okay, now let's do some questions according to this one. So in this one, let's say you have sine 120. Okay. First thing is I'm going to see in which quadrant 120 is. So 120 is in the second quadrant. So second quadrant means you have to do 180 minus 120. So what is 180 minus 120? That is going to give you a 60, right? So you can find sine 60. Sine 60 is root 3 over 2. Now you have to see if sine is positive or negative. In the second quadrant, I told you sine is positive, so that means in this one it is just root 3 over 2. Now let's do another question. So this one means, let's say you have cos, what should I, 225. Okay. Now first thing you need to see is, where is 225? This is 225 is less than 270. So in this one it is going to be over here. So which is going to be 180 plus theta. So that means what are you going to do is 225 minus 180. So this is going to be 45. So that means cos 45 is equal to root 2 over 2. Now you have to check cos is positive or negative in this quadrant. In this one only tan positive, so that means cos is negative. So you are going to put negative, and you can rewrite your answer. Cos 225 is equal to negative root 2 over 2. You don't need to write cos 45 as negative root 2 over 2. Just write it as 225 is equal to negative root 2 over 2. Okay. Now I'm going to give you some question. You can do them. Let's say you have tan 300. You have sine 225, and you have cos 210. Okay, these are the questions you can do yourself. I will see you in another class or in another video. So take care. Bye.